Hi there and welcome to another episode of Unity TV. It's Lesley Langdon with you today, and we are working with Echo Park stamps. And those are by Unity and designed by Echo Park, and these are in the Itty Bitty line. So there's quite a few stamps I'm going to be pulling from today. So we're going to be working with stamps like this Mustache and these little tags, these banners, numbers. Okay, so lots to choose from. Hope you stay with me. To start off, we're going to be making those accordion flowers, or the rosette flowers as they're called, and this is what they end up looking like. And how I got this flower pattern is by choosing a paper. It was an older line by American Crafts, but that's what it looked like. So when you actually fold it into a circle, you get a really cute star pattern. So if you can look for papers that are like that and that are really graphic and bold colors, those really suit the stamps that we're using today. Okay, here's another paper I used. This is also in the same line, so it's the same colors as American Crafts. Obviously it was flat, but what I did is I scored the whole piece of paper first. And here's another piece of paper I used from Best Creations. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly go over the process for you. These are so easy. To save myself time, I actually score the whole 12 by 12 paper at the beginning. Okay, so this is the tool that I use from EK Success. It's a scoring tool, and it has these bits in here that just perforates the paper. And it makes it easier to fold. So you can use your original scoring tool that comes with your Scor-Pal or whatever scoring tool you have, or you could use one of the perforated ones. So the paper was flat, and I just scored it at 1/2 inch all the way along. So every 1/2 inch I made an impression with this tool. And then you fold it back and forth, one way, then the other. Just keep doing that until you've done the whole paper. So at the end, you should be able to fold it up like an accordion, like a fan like this. And then I take it to my paper cutter and I cut about an inch strip. So what you're left with is, I'll pull out that piece, something like that. And if you have a hot glue gun or glue dots or glue squares, that might make your life a little easier putting these together. You'll also need a die cut circle. So I have that right there. Let's move the Scor-Pal out of the way. All right, so this can be a little tricky. I like to hold it in my hand and be careful not to hurt yourself with the hot glue. Okay, what you want to do is just bring both ends together. Okay, so it'll end up looking like that. So you'll want to keep it flat and put some glue, just a little bit, and you want to squeeze these together. Okay, and that'll hold your flower in place. But not for long, because once you lift it up, it'll just kind of crumble like a, it'll look like a cupcake liner. So you'll just want to turn it over. And then we're going to apply a circle, and the circle is really going to hold everything in place. So apply your glue liberally there, and then put your circle down. Okay, so this is the back of the rosette, and the circle is just going to hold it in place. And here you go. All right, so there we have a nice, lovely rosette flower. So these are just some of the examples that I have. So I tried to use coordinating colors, and perfect for these Echo Park stamps. So let's start stamping. Okay, so there are so many of these itty bitties in the Echo Park line, and I'm going to try and use quite a few of them actually, because they all kind of go together. And on this banner, which is going to be whimsical, it's kind of going to, the theme will be mainly family. So I'm going to use some of these number stamps here, these number banners. I'm going to use these tags that say things like memories and remember, happy times. I'm even going to use this guy, good luck. And I'm going to use the mustache, because I think, you know, if you have a man in your family, you can always use a mustache. Okay, and then there's cute things like you are my sunshine. And this one with a little bike, it says remember this. And then this one says, you are my favorite. So I'm going to try and use all these stamps because I can stamp them and then I can quickly cut around them because they either have a frame or have straight lines and are easy to cut. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to bore you with all my stamping, but I'll stamp a couple. Here's one I already did. It says Happy Times, and here's a number 1. I leave quite a bit of border around it so that it acts as a frame. And I'm going to use 3 different colors of ink. I'm going to use Teal Blue Staz-on, Jet Black Staz-on, and Blazing Red Staz-on. And these are colors chosen because they match these particular papers. Okay, so I'll just stamp a couple with you. Grab my acrylic block from Unity. Okay, so I'm going to do this Memories. I'm going to be using the Blazing Red. Okay, I'm just going to stamp somewhere near the edge so that it saves myself cutting the one side. Okay. And while I've got the red out, maybe I'll stamp a few more things in red. I always find if you put the block down, you can really press down on the ink pad and get the ink applied evenly this way. So I'm just going to stamp anywhere here. So I'm stamping on a piece of Bazzill cardstock, and one side is textured and one side is smooth. So I'm using the smooth side. Okay, so I'll put the red away for now. I'm going to stamp with this blue, which when I first started stamping, it was my go-to ink. I loved it. So I'm going to do Remember This in blue. Okay, anywhere you have space on your paper. Okay, so I'm going to choose the number 5 here because I have 5 people in my family, my immediate family that is, and I'm going to do that in blue. So these are really easy to cut out. That's why I chose them all. Okay, great impressions with these Unity stamps. This is high quality red rubber that Unity uses. All right, so there's my impressions so far. Look at how nice they came out. I'm going to cut them. I'm going to stamp some more, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. I've done quite a bit of stamping with these Echo Park stamps. And the names of all the itty bitties I used will be at the end of the video, just in case you're curious about what the names of these are and how to get them. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've stamped and cut 14 shapes and sentiments. So I'm going to create 2 banners. I'm just going to set the stamps aside. So do 2 rows of 7 if that's what you want, or you could do a super long banner. I'm actually going to space these out more, but I wanted you to see how they look, because I'm actually going to overlap these a little bit on my mantle. So I'm going to have 2 banners overlapped. Okay, I'm going to separate some of these. So there I have my 2 banners, and then literally just put your stamped images on each, just see how they look together, and you can always switch these up. I like the blue with the blue papers here. That looks nice. Okay, so I'm actually going to apply these with You Cut It foam. It's a product by Glue Arts. It's 3D foam, so I recommend doing the same, or you can use a glue gun, but I'm just going to give it a little bit of dimension by using the 3D foam. Okay. And so once you've arranged your look that you have, that you're happy with, you can go ahead and start gluing these down, okay? And then we'll be back to arrange some twine. So I'm just going to fiddle with these a little bit and reposition them how I want, and then we'll come back and assemble the banner with some twine. All right, thanks. Okay, so I'm back with the order that I want, and these are all glued down. You'll see the foam there holding it up, and that's what the back looks like. Okay, so now we're going to put on the twine, and you can space them out however far you want. I'll probably just keep them about, say, maximum 2 inches apart here. So I want you to measure that out. Oops, I found one that wasn't glued down. You make sure they're straight how you want them, and then you tape it on the back. So have some tape handy, and literally we'll start with the first one. Actually, give yourself a lot of room at the end here, and able to tie a little loop. Let's do that now so that we have our loop. Okay. All right, so there's my loop on the one side. So I'll probably start the banner really close after the loop and then 2 inches. So make sure it's straight on the twine and then apply the tape at the back. And then you're good to go. All right, so I'll continue doing that. I'll come back with photos actually, because you don't need to hear me talk anymore. I think you get the gist of this easy stamped project. And take a look at these cute, cute stamps by Echo Park, by Unity Stamp Company. And they're just so whimsical, so awesome, and perfect for things like parties and actually, well, cards, scrapbooking, and banners. There you go. All right, have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching another episode of Unity TV.